South African long-distance runner Stephen Mokoka has his sights set on the 2024 Olympic Games. Having already had a successful run in the back in the new year, Mokoka produced a solid 2 hours, 12 minutes and 58 seconds run to finish second at the Hong Kong Marathon earlier this month, which has brought confidence in the build-up to the Olympics. Backing every stride that Mokoka makes in his build-up to the Games will be his new club, Hollywood Athletics Club, who he announced today that he has joined. Newzroom Afrika sport reporter Vuyo Macoba caught up with him after that announcement.
2024 marks an exciting year for athletics. It is, of course, headlined by the Olympic Games in Paris later this year. South African athletes and athletes all around have started their preparations for the year. Amongst them is SA long-distance runner Stephen Mokoka, who has started his preparations already. He has already been on the road, and of course, today, on his birthday, has made a huge announcement. He's joining a new athletics club. He'll be telling us all about that, and of course, with the year that is coming up in 2024 as he leads to Paris. Stephen, appreciate your time on Newzroom Afrika. Let's start with 2024 and how the season has started for you in terms of your preparations.
Firstly, thanks for having me. I can say the season started pretty okay, not pretty well. I think the plan was very simple. When people were having their festive season, my coach had me on lockdown, for a camp, because we had to start early. We had to go to Hong Kong, and there are a few reasons why my coach decided that I have to start early. He wanted me to have a marathon as early as possible. Secondly, we look at the route of Hong Kong. It's user-friendly to the Olympics, because at the Olympics there is an elevation of 400 meters. So Hong Kong had the rolling hills, and we look at the temperature as well and the humidity, that the condition will be ideal.
I know you've already would have had moments where you sit down with Coach Seme and kind of look back at the previous Olympics. What would you say the biggest lessons that you are taking out from that race that is sort of now helping you in terms of your preparation as you go to Paris?
I think we realized that the mistake we made is preparing in South Africa in the cold weather, because a living testimony was Doha, and then now Hong Kong actually motivated that. At the previous Olympics where I had to pull out at 30K, it was not actually because there was something wrong. Basically, it had to do with the conditions. My body was not prepared for such conditions. Hence, I went out late last year. I remember when we were seated by Salzburg, I was urging members who got any Samaritan out there to come on board, to come and at least financial support there and there, so that I can be able to go abroad, So I think after the identification, if there's no Samaritan there for now, before we speak about other things, the plan was just I'm going to have to take from my savings so that I can be able to go, because with the Olympics, it's the biggest sports, and then you achieve good position in the Olympics, you are going to have a bigger value. So I think the conditions was the toughest thing, and then because we have identified that after Doha and then after Hong Kong, we noticed that actually I need to go abroad to go and prepare for the Olympics.
Mm-hmm. Talking about support, talking about backing, this is why we are here today, and you're already wearing the colors of the Purple family, joining the Hollywood Athletics Club. Just tell us about the decision, about you coming and joining this home.
There's one lady that said, growth, you have to grow every freaking year, If you don't grow, you are losing 15% to 20, 30% of your value. But if you decide to grow, you decide on the basis of certain things that you have to experience outside. So to answer to your question, my decision to go to Hollywood was mainly on basic things that I've seen, that I've experienced from the outside world. Firstly, it's the athletes. Hollywood started as a social club, but they decided to join the elite, to incorporate with the elite running. And then when I saw how the athletes that they have within the club, how happy they are, when they go to races, you see them as family.
You have aspirations, of course, as we are leading up to the Olympic Games. I'm guessing one of the conversations that you would have had with the club already is in relation to your program for the year and how they can assist you in terms of your program of, leading up to the Olympics. Have you had that talk, and how much are they willing to back up the support to make sure that you not only get a chance to prepare, domestically, but you also get a chance to do your preparations on an international stage?
I sat with the manager of elite runners, and then when I showed him the program, it's very simple. Yeah. They didn't ask much from me. They actually said, whatever you have been doing, you have been adding value from where you come from. Yeah. That's the value you want in a club. And then when I showed the manager the structure of my races, he's like, no, I'm not going to exhaust you. I'm not interested in that. By the virtue that you have qualified for the Olympics, it means a lot to us as a club. Yeah. You are going to be a fourth-time Olympian. Yeah. It means a lot to the club. What do you need? And then I'm like, I've never been in a situation where I'm going to be asked what I need. From where I come from, you get a retainer and that's it. But at Hollywood, you are asked, what do you need? Then when I alluded to things that I need, and then they were like, we'll go and propose for that.
What would make for a great finish for Stephen Mokoka when it comes to the Paris Olympics?
I can say if I can do better than Doha, it will be a greatest achievement for me because I finished 5th. Looking at my own expectation, I will be grateful if I can get a medal of any form. But looking at my team, Sponge Group, and my coach, because we have been together since 2004, or is it 2005, to have, because my coach has a medal with Umukhadi, Caster Semenya, the world champion. So for me, if I can get him a medal of any form, I will be happy for him. But one thing that he said about this coming Olympic, he said it favors short people. So my opinion in other countries is tall people. Because he has been in the field for a very long time. And I believe that if indeed his theory or his philosophy, it favors short people, I'm definitely going to get something special.
For Newzroom Afrika on channel 405, I'm Vuyo Macoba in Johannesburg.